Yo, what's going on to all my sports peeps out there? It's your favorite sports podcast. If you don't know the name, we gotta put you on game. It's the Zone Sports Podcast.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yes, sir. One half of your host, your boy Big V. You know what I'm saying? Here, ready to talk some sports talk with my guy. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, the other half of the host. What's good, my G?
Yo, it's your boy COOL, always wondering what the hell. It's your boy Corey, never telling the same old tired story. Your boy Cool C, never, and I mean ever dated a floozy. For those out there in YouTube, man, you got to sign out for you out back. Big Vito, what's going down, man?
Yeah, man. You know what time it is? March Madness time. We got to get into a lot of March Madness talk. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do before we start the pod. I gotta let them know who we sponsored by. We sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. So make sure you shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. You know what I mean? Corey, what's good, man? What's good?
Man, I mean, this is Christmas for me. I've been off all week
That's
for the
right.
most, I believe, exciting part of March Madness, which is these first two rounds.
Mhm.
And man, I'm telling you, it takes it. I mean, can't too much get me in a bad mood on this type of weeks, man. It is great, loving every second of a Big V. What say you, my brother?
Yeah, man, bro. I love this time of the year for the people listening that don't know. Every year, Corey takes off this entire week from his job to watch the March Madness unfold day by day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm kind of right along with him this week. Most of the time I try to set up since we've been doing this podcast. I know that you do that. I've actually got myself in the position where I kind of I be off on Monday and Tuesday anyway,
yeah.
but Wednesday through Friday, I'm still kind of coasting, not doing much but catching these games. I actually thought some games was gonna pop off today earlier. I don't know if they was on TV or not, but I didn't see any around 2 o'clock, two
Nah, nah.
forty-five.
The first four they start at 6:40
Okay, okay,
on
okay,
True TV.
okay,
So it
okay.
started last night with Virginia already getting bounced by Colorado State. And then we got two more tonight that started at 6:40. Also women's first four kicked off at 7. Don't ask me who's playing because it's all a blur. But I tell you what, as soon as we're done here, as of this Wednesday, I'm going back downstairs and freaking sports overload. Oh, this is great, great,
Yes.
great.
I'm on the same type of time. Be sitting here in the studio. I'm gonna flip the TV on. You know what I mean? Twist something up, get into my zone, man, and get ready for some upsets. I was actually, man, I'm gonna be real. The NIT has been fire, Corey. I ain't gonna lie, I've been tuned
Really?
to the
See, now
NIT.
that's something I've been off. I haven't.
Yeah, that's really been holding me down until the big joints pop off
Okay.
right here. But I still pay attention to the NIT, man. Because it be some sneaky games in the NIT. It be some
Yeah.
sneaky, real sneaky games, man. I just like seeing this time of the year period, Corey, because you just never know what's gonna happen. You just never
Well,
know.
and real quick salute to the teams that do play in the NIT. I know Rick Pitino, he had something, he coaches St. John's, and just like our Tar Heels last year, they declined it. I think it was either, I don't know if he leaves the vote up to the kids or himself, but I just feel like you have 68 teams that gets into the big dance. And clearly, for whatever reason or another, you wasn't good enough. And okay, well, it's the NIL, this, that, and the third. Okay, fine. Whoever don't want to play, don't play. But for those guys who's maybe been on the side of the bench all year, get them guys a chance to play, or whatever. I really, and without ranting, but so much, I really wish that the NIT would kind of open it up more for mid majors anyway. Kind of let the NCAA main tournament be like for your Power Five or whatever a power conference is considered nowadays, a Power Two, Power Three. Let those be for those guys because you still got, if I'm not mistaken, you got maybe 7 or 8 or maybe even more if my numbers is off of leagues that only gets one team into the main dance anyway.
They have to win it outright. Outright. They
They
have
got
to
to
win it
win it
outright.
outright. You can have the shittiest season, but if you mess around and you win that tournament, you're into the big dance. But I'm like, with that, but what about, like, for example, like the MEAC, where you got your NC Centrals, used to be A&Ts and just, whatever, HBCUs or whatnot. Well, let the NIT go over there and snatch them up. But anyway, I'm rambling, but
No.
I
That's a, no. We. I
that
want.
because I only say that because they're thinking about expanding the main tournament, or whatnot. To what number, who knows, or whatever. But we're already at 68. They may make it that they're thinking about 96. I personally don't think there's a need for expansion. But if the expansion does take place, then you should have the NIT. And I think there's another real low tournament I don't know nothing about called the CBI. Open that up for your mid majors, man.
Yeah, we're gonna start here. I didn't expect to start here, but I like this. I like this topic. I don't like when teams decline the NIT, Corey. I don't like it. I'm from the era where when they called you for the NIT, the teams went. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not used to a lot of teams decline the NIT. Like it still has some traditional sense in the word for basketball, and on top of that, it be some really good teams that might just didn't make it on the cusp that wind up in the
Yep.
NIT. I'm watching Ohio State play last night. They played a hell of a game last night. I forgot who they played, but man, that's the game I was watching. I don't know if I can't remember if they won or lost or not, but it was still a competitive game. Um, I don't want them to expand it to 96 teams, Corey. I think that's too
I
much.
don't I don't either.
It's already been expanded. It used to be
Multiple
68.
times, absolutely.
So no,
Yep.
it don't need to be 96. No, what needs to happen is I'm with you. I like the idea of them opening up the NIT to the mid majors. And I don't understand the mindset of these coaches who's supposed to be legendary coaches, and talk this competitive shit, but you
Yep.
don't want your team to be competitive, because they didn't make the big dance. Like I don't understand that you still are getting guys better by letting them see other competition that they may not have seen before, and on top of that, you keeping your guys building up their talent
Yeah.
and getting extra footage for people that want to go to the next level. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
working up your resume and all that, building your game tape and all that. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. Especially, I'm shocked that Rick Pitino, you know,
I'm very surprised.
your first year at St. John's and you sent a decline to the NIT.
Decline.
I
I didn't like it when our Tar Heels did it last
I
year
ain't
either.
like it either. I didn't like it
I'm to
either.
be fair, I didn't like it.
And you know what? For the people that don't know, I'm working on a docu. Well, I'm calling it a filmumentary. About it's called Everybody Don't Go to the League, and
Mm.
it's based on athletes from Kinston, North Carolina, out the city that we're from, based on athletes from Kinston, North Carolina, who were legendary high school players, had legendary careers.
Mm.
Some went on to college, but they didn't make it to the league. And one
Yeah.
of the people I'm interviewing is the legendary Craig Dawson. You know what I
Oh, that's
mean?
exactly who I was going to bring up.
Yeah, I want to talk. I want to speak on Craig Dawson, legendary guy in
Yes.
Kinston, North Carolina. Went on to play for Wake Forest. Didn't make it to the
Yep.
league. I follow him on social media, and he made a great post the other day on Facebook. He said,
Mm.
he said that I'm gonna paraphrase it because I don't remember the exact quote, but he said basically that he don't understand why people are declining the NIT,
Mm.
and being the fact that he's a former NIT champion for Wake
Wow.
Forest. And
Wow.
see, if anybody's qualified to speak on it, it'll be
Mm.
him. So I like the fact that a qualified NIT champion said he don't understand why people are declining the NIT. And I'm with him. I don't understand it. It's still it can be a team builder for y'all to go into next year and
There
you
you
get
go.
and you get a championship. It's still a championship, Corey. It's
Yeah.
still a championship. It's still
I'm with you.
something. It's still something for your team to be proud of. So I don't understand Rick Pitino's actions in this. I didn't understand the Tar Heels last year. I think teams need to get back to maybe champion it. Champion is the wrong word, but taking pride in what you earn. If you earned your spot in the NIT, go kick ass and win it.
Yep.
If you feel like you got slighted and out of the big dance, go kick ass in NIT and make a statement. Just my opinion.
No, you're right. I'm gonna piggyback real quick. Because you got two things there. Because for one, if you win the NIT, you in essence could show that the committee members made a mistake. Like for example, and I know we're gonna get into this later. When NC State beat us in the ACC championship, that was a win and get in for them. So they clearly took somebody's spot, right? So you may say like you could use this as a hell of a team builder for next year, right? Or or if this is your say last year, you could use this to make, especially if you're that fringe player who may or may not get a draft grade to go to the NBA, you could use this as one last ditch effort to say, hey, this is why I should get drafted into the NBA. Something.
Yep. Make some game tape. Get your game tape up. Get your resume up, man. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. You know, this falls in line with what the hell. So we gonna just dive into the what the hell segment, Corey. Let's go, man.
Well, I tell you what, man. First of all, man, this what the hell segment is envisioned by my man Big Vito Corleone. It is co-sponsored by my baby girl downstairs, who is downstairs eating meatballs right now as we speak, and it is executed by yours truly. You know, Big V. I'm gonna move quick here because I'm getting sick of it, man.
Okay.
I'm sick of it. I am sick of me trying to watch a basketball game and shit is just happening. You may say, hey, what kind of shit is happening? Well, Big V, after our Tar Heels got ghetto blasted by NC State, there was another game going on that night. A game that involves professionals. A game that was between our Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. And you may say, hey, what's going on? Hey, Anthony Davis went out. I felt like had he stayed in there, we would have won. This ain't about that, Big V. Last time I checked, the year is 2024. March to whatever. And Big V, we had some shot clock issues. Not one, not two, not three, not four, 5 shot clock issues. Big V, let me go take from CBSSports.com. Let me go ahead and read what happened here. Shot clock. About a minute and 42 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It was time to play the last minute plus of the game, or so what everyone thought. James brought the ball up court, and as soon as he crossed half court, the action was halted because the shot clock has not started. Okay, that happens from time to time. You may say, hey, what's the big deal? The refs determined how much time should have came off the clock. So instead of it being 24 seconds, the shot got moved down to 18 seconds. Sounds good. Hey, part two, a minute and 39 seconds to go in the game, Big V. After a discussion between officials and the game operations staff, it was time to start the game again. James caught the ball again, took a couple of dribbles, and was stopped in his tracks by whistles, more whistles. The shot clock still wasn't working, Big V. This time, the ref took 2 more seconds off the shot clock. So we started it at 24, it's down to 18, Big V, and now it's down to 16. Okay with that, man. They say lightning don't strike twice. But I digress. Let's go to part 3 of this trilogy here. James, at this point, threw the ball in the air and said, I'm too old for this, Big V. If James had only knew what to come, again, the game was restarted. And again, he took the inbound pass. This is the 3rd time. And again, the shot clock still didn't start. This time, another 4 seconds ran off the shot clock. But the refs put the shot clock down to 14 seconds, and this is standard when the game get below to whatever the hell it needs to be reset to. Oh, but you think we're done. I just said part 3. We got a few more parts going on, Big V. Shot clock mishap, volume 4. It seems certain that the shot clock will be fixed after 3 discussions, but that wasn't the case. On this occasion, the Lakers inbounded the ball to D'Angelo Russell, who flipped it to James, and that is as far as it got, because guess what, Big V? Oh, you guessed it. The shot clock was still frozen, Big V. Oh, you thought we was done with the shot clock? Oh, no. Part 5. We got part 5 going on, Big V. Once more, the play resumed following the conversation at the scorer's table. The Lakers were stuck with the same play on the 5th try, inbounded it to D'Lo, flipped it before James, and before James could do anything, the game was stopped yet again because of the fucking stop clock. They asked King James, what's going on, man? Hey, well, obviously the message with the rhythm. No shit about that. And at the end of the day, he wanted to get it right, but it was totally unfortunate of what happened. You try to get it right. The referees, they have a job to do and do it to the best of their ability. Blah, blah, blah. After the fifth malfunction, they used a stopwatch. Big V, they used a stopwatch. And I'm up here like, yo, what the hell took so long for the stopwatch? That's mishap number one. Let me move rather swiftly to number two. Because see, Big V, we still had a couple of conference tournaments that I was watching on Sunday. Mm-hmm. One in hand, the A10 tournament, which was between, I'm probably going to butcher the pronouncing. I mean, their nickname is Duke, but no, we're not talking about the Duke Blue Devils. This is Duquesne.
The Quesney.
BC, how you say it?
I think it's the Quesney.
Get the fuck out of here. The Quesney and VCU. Oh, Big V, we're not done. With a good, let's see how much time was left in here. It was 18 minutes to go in the second half, Big V. And confetti just starts falling out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And on top of that, it was Duke's colors, okay? The Gresine, whatever you call them. You got to delay the game. And shout out to Kevin Harlan, who's there. He's a hell of an announcer, man. And he called it perfectly as if it was meant to happen. That dude is a freaking genius. I'm sitting up here like, so after last night with the Lakers game, and then this on Sunday, what the hell, man? I just want to see some fluidity in these games, man. This has got to stop. They said someone pushed the wrong button.
Oh, at the Duquesne game?
Yes. Oh, they pushed the wrong button. And that's when the confetti fell, caused by a good 10 to 12 minute delay, Big V. What the hell? I can't.
Hey, I'm not buying that about the Duquesne game or Duke, whatever your name is. Get the hell out of here. Here's the thing, too. You almost fuck around and lost, too, after the confetti.
Oh, man. That's awesome. Oh, my God.
I could see the players' hearts going through their jerseys after that confetti came down, and after the fact they almost blew the game. They almost blew the game. They ended up being a tighter game than what the confetti led on to be. Like you right, Corey. That was I was watching that game and I laughed because I said somebody got some balls to push the confetti to let the other team know it is a wrap with almost with them. Yeah. The second half it just started, like you said. 18 minutes to go. Oh my God, Corey, man. Oh my God. Like this is insane. And real quick, I want to give an honorable mention. What the hell to D'Angelo Russell? Real quick, I got to, ladies and gentlemen of the Zone Sports Podcast. And again, we didn't plan to stay on certain topics this long, but yeah. I'm loving. This is how it goes, and it's supposed to flow right though. It's just flowing right. Corey, I don't know if you saw the conflict between. Well, it wasn't even a conflict. I don't even know if you saw what Stephen Curry said to D'Lo during that game.
No, I haven't heard. I was probably watching the Carolina game. I was flipping back and forth, so I must have missed that.
This is going to be a classic conversation then. Y'all know Steph Curry as being one of the most squeaky. Well, let me just say, he appears to be one of the most squeaky, cleanest players. He didn't sign with Nike because they wouldn't put the Bible verse on his shoes, Corey. He walked away from Nike because he stood on business, Corey. Y'all ain't gonna put the Bible verse on my. I salute it. Y'all ain't gonna put the Bible verse on my Nikes. I gotta go to Under Armour. Cool. Corey, during that game, LeBron James came down and was backing Steph Curry down old school style. Backing him down. Hit him with his shoulder. Boom. Foul. D'Lo is on the bench. D'Angelo Russell yelling out, "Yeah, bro, back him down, bro. Get that nigga, bro. Do that, bro." All of that, right? Steph Curry just came off injury. I think for the next few minutes, Steph came down and was giving the Lakers the business.
Oh God.
He took a pause to to send D'Angelo Russell a message, and I want to quote Steph. He said, "Get your bitch ass off the bench and come do something." That's This is Steph Curry. This ain't Kevin Garnett here. This is Steph Curry telling D'Lo, "Get your bitch ass off the bench and come do something." Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I've never seen Steph Curry cuss. I've never
Yeah.
seen him even remotely get mad. I see him doing his shimmy and putting the Celtics to bed. That's what I've seen. I've never seen him tell somebody to get their bitch ass off the bench and come
Hey,
do something.
would I put it past him? No, they call him the smiley face assassin for a reason, man. That we forget about the assassin part. And I think Steph Curry clearly knows how to play the game of perception because he's helping the little kids and he's not 7'12" and all that stuff there
And
to
he
get
played
on.
he played a Christian role too, Corey.
Yeah,
You know.
look, I read past all of that. Like I'm like, don't piss that guy off, D'Lo. What the hell are you doing? Leave that nigga
Especially,
alone, man. My God.
especially if you're D'Lo.
Especially if you're D'Lo. If you're King James, that's one thing. You lucky to still be on the team. You was about to get traded before the. What did you? I'm yelling. I'm sorry.
Again, what the hell,
That's a
Corey?
good what the hell. That's a
What
good.
the
That's better.
hell?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Don't
mind you,
poke the bear.
no, mind you, he had 31 points that game, Corey, in a win, coming off an injury. So
And we ain't got AD. Jesus Christ.
D'Lo, please shut up next time, please, man, please, man.
Just do your thing, homie. Jesus Christ.
Speaking on shutting up, man, I had to shut up this weekend, Corey. I ain't like it. I had to shut my mouth this weekend during the ACC tournament, Corey. Because guess what? Our beloved Tar Heels got our butts kicked by the NC State Wolfpack, Corey. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, if you missed the game Saturday night, what a game! It was a great game. Um, State earned it. I don't have nothing else to say, but NC State
Yep.
earned it. Not only this past weekend, but the entire week of the ACC. Five wins in 5 days, Corey.
My God.
They said the last team to do this was the Connecticut team that won the chip.
Wow. Wow.
And we know what happened that year when how they beat Carolina. We
Yeah.
know. We know.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
tough. That was a tough L. Tough L, man. But I gotta tip my hat. I'm not gonna come on this podcast to make excuses or talk about North Carolina. I strictly want to zoom in on State. I love scrappy teams, and boy, what a scrappy team. If it's any team that deserves to be in this big dance right now, Corey, it is NC State. I'm proud of them being ACC conference school. I'm proud of them, being of that kind of old tobacco road type of,
Yeah.
what I mean, rivalry and all that. I love the fact that it was anybody but Duke.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to throw a little pow pow, you know what I mean? That's it,
It's straight.
little
It's
pow pow.
straightforward.
Yeah, little name them, little straightening, that's it, But nah, for real, I'm proud of NC State, even though I'm a Carolina fan. I love how they fought. I love an underdog story, and this is nothing short of it, Corey. Like I'm waiting to see what they do in the dance, and I hope they go far.
Yeah. Yeah. My hatred for State don't run like it does for Duke. And I think it's more
Same.
of a
Yep.
racial
Same.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
You go back to the early, I would say mid to early 80s, it was more NC State versus Carolina.
Yeah.
Even when Jordan used to play there, where you talking about the Carolina and Duke rivalry, he's like, dude, it wasn't much of a rivalry when I went there. It was against NC State. Like he said it. I'm paraphrasing, but anyway, it used to be that. So being that I didn't start watching college basketball to like the early to mid 90s, I sad to say it, I swear I'm not trolling the NC State fans. I kind of feel bad for NC State historically during the time that we started watching because we damn near always owned them. Whatever.
Yeah.
And so, bringing it back to Saturday night, man, the better team won. They deserve to be in this tournament because the rule states if you win a tournament, you get in. And not only that, they're getting hot at the right time. And I was kind of sort of hoping that we wouldn't play State because if I'm not mistaken, I might be off. I know we beat them once. I can't remember if we split or we swept them during regular season, but it's a conference opponent playing any team 3 times is tough. And I think I may have even said the same thing about Duke, where I would prefer not to play Duke in the ACC tournament because we don't beat them twice. We're due for one. So I think it may have been the same for State. Correct me down below, but man, dude, they earned it, dude. Yeah. They earned it. I mean, I have nothing to say. I think after a while, I was surprised that we still went to the tournament as a number 1 seed. I thought that would have bumped us down to a number 2 seed. I'm very shocked that we came in as a number 1 seed, in all honesty, or whatever. But be that as it may, we're still a number 1 team. And I wonder, did the staff, did the players, after a while, let's go ahead and bag it on, like, we're still going to be a number 1 seed. And then if you want to go to the historical route or the jinx route or whatever you want to call it, typically it hasn't been many chances where the ACC tournament winner has also been the NCAA tournament winner as well. Because, Duke, to me, they're the kings of the ACC tournament. It was like, okay, yeah, you go ahead and have your little ACC tournament. We about to bring this big one on home, pause, whatever. So, after a while, I just think that Carolina felt like they got it sold up. And NC State had a hell of a lot more to play for than we did. At any rate, whether it's a number 1 or a number 2 seed, and salute the NC State, man. You ain't gonna get nothing slick out of me, dude.
Nah, me.
They deserve it, and I think they're gonna have one hell of a run.
Let's keep it on the tournament, man. Like we said, this is today. This Wednesday is the first major day of the March Madness, man. I'm excited, Corey, to see a few teams. I'm excited to see Arizona. I think Caleb Love is a stud. Pause.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want us to bump it. I don't want Carolina to bump in Arizona. I don't want it, Corey. I'm telling you, I do not want to see. I do not want to see Caleb Love against R.J. Barrett because I'm telling you now, Corey.
That's going to R.J. Davis, but yeah,
pardon me, R.J. Davis, pardon me.
I'm with you. He's a guy. He's been in our system for such a long time, and not saying that he would do anything dirty like the whole secret. I just think no. He's just that good.
He's great.
And you're talking about the familiarity that he would have with Carolina. Yeah. I mean, because look, man, these guys go up against each other in practice,
right?
I mean, and you talk and look, I to sit here and say I watched the Arizona game, I would be lying. But I'll say this. I mean, that's an advantage to Arizona. You got somebody who was behind closed doors without Tar Heels. I'm with you. I do not want to see them play. I would strongly prefer if they get knocked out by somebody because I would prefer not to play against that guy. I hated it when he left. And I don't want to see no Caleb Love at all under any circumstances.
Who you got? Who is the team that you think is going to drop the ball first?
Let's see. Purdue was the one who did it last year.
That's my pick. I think they're going to drop the ball first. I think
they're going to drop it first.
I think, me personally, Corey, they've been dropping the ball since Glenn Davis, the big dog. You know what I mean? They've been dropping the ball a lot, and they always got this hype going into the tournament. Then they always get they get soft. Pause. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't think it's going to happen 2 years in a row. If I had to pick one that's going to drop, I would probably say Houston. Not that I know a lot about them. It's just that it's more so for Purdue. I just don't see them doing it twice. I think UConn, I don't think they're going to drop it. They got good momentum going on. It's just, I mean, I'm definitely not picking Carolina to drop the ball. I think the ACC losing that kind of woke them up like, hey, you can still lose the game. Be careful. You ain't got it sold up quite yet. So it's just Houston by default as the only other number 1 seed I see could potentially not make it out the weekend.
Purdue?
You got Purdue. Okay.
Okay.
They're going to do it twice, 2 years back to back.
And who you say you got?
Well, I got Houston
Okay, you
dropping.
got Houston and Purdue. Okay. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Even though I like Houston, they're one of those scrappy teams you
Yeah.
just never know about,
I just don't
man.
know enough about them. I'm just saying that by default. And like I said, Purdue dropped the ball early last year. I don't see them doing that 2 years in a row. I don't think UConn's do it. Carolina sure as hell ain't gonna do it. I'm more so speaking of like the number one seeds or whatnot. But I think they're gonna. I think Houston. Yeah. If they don't make it out the weekend, we're not. I don't think we're shocked.
Um, real quick, just and this has nothing to do with Houston. Just thinking about Texas though. Um,
Yeah.
I seen Jameer Nelson's son playing. I think for TCU.
Okay.
He he is
You know his son
nasty.
was playing.
He is nasty. I want to just put that out there for the audience. If you just look up Jameer Nelson's son,
Okay.
I cannot remember his name, but I think he plays for TCU. He played for one of those Texas teams. The boy is
Mm,
not. He's cold. He's cold.
okay.
He's cold. He's nice. I don't know if they're in the tournament or not. I don't think they are, but
Okay.
look out for him. Look out for him. Um, again, I'm hyped for this. I can't wait to just sit down and watch all these games this weekend. I can't wait for the upsets. I can't wait for the underdog stories to unfold. I can't wait to see a 16 seed knock somebody out. Oh my
Man.
God, that is the
And,
best.
and, and I tell you what, I'm gearing up for the women's tournament too, Big
Of
V.
course,
Can,
absolutely.
can,
Salute to
can
the
you
women.
believe what they did? I think I'm gonna read this out. I know we got to go real quick. The Region Two, they have in the women's tournament, they have Iowa, they have LSU, and they have UCLA all in the same side of the bracket, and not even in the same side. They're in the same region. What are you doing? So you got South Carolina, who's probably going to win. Our Lady Tar Heels going to have to face them in the next round if we beat Michigan State on the women's side. So you got so the big. I'm just going to quote out the big dogs. What I'm gearing up for, Big V, is a Final Four with the women's, right? So you got South Carolina in Region One. In Region Two, you got Texas. Now I know I don't know a lot about Texas or
Yeah,
whatnot. In women's. In Region Three, you got USC with Juju Watkins, if I'm not
she
mistaken.
nasty.
I cannot wait to see her. But then in region number two, you got Iowa, UCLA, LSU, all in the same. So what can't you can't you have put like LSU like in region number four? So what I'm looking for, they're not. So it's not going to be a Final Four rematch. It could at worst it could be an Elite Eight
Yeah.
between Iowa and LSU. I want to see Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark play each other in the Final Four, but at best it's going to be an Elite Eight. Ah,
I'm here for it, but
kill me over here, Big V.
I'm here for it, Corey. I'm here for the men and the women's March Madness, man. But like Biggie said, somebody got to die. You know, somebody got to die.
Yeah,
You know,
somebody got
somebody.
to go.
You know, so we gonna keep y'all tuned in. Hopefully, y'all stay tuned in
Yeah.
this week and throughout the whole tournament. You know what I mean? Right now, we gotta tip our hat, Corey. We gotta tip our hat right now. We gotta give a big salute to Isaiah Thomas, Corey. You know, we've
Yeah,
been on
tell me
this.
about this.
Man, listen, for those who's been on the rock and just haven't been caught up on the sports news, Isaiah Thomas, former Boston Celtic player who was I don't know should have been a league MVP. Don't know if he ever got the
Yes.
league MVP, but he could have been league MVP. You know what I mean? Hell of a player. We've been on this sports podcast talking about how he got a bad rep after his injury and everything like that. He has now been signed to a 10-day contract with the Phoenix Suns. The
How about
Suns,
that?
yes. Hey, man, hey, man,
Yeah.
get some, here's
Pew,
some at
pew,
home.
pew, pew.
There we
Pew, pew,
go.
pew, pew.
hmm
Wow.
Y'all know we've been on this podcast saying Isaiah Thomas should still be in this league. We've been an advocate for
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas and his resurgence and everything. Because what people don't know, this man still gets up and hoops every single day,
That's
Corey.
crazy.
Every single day he's training and he's literally one of the definitions of toughness. His face
Yeah.
should be right beside the definition, the dictionary definition of toughness, man. This man has not stopped. He has not let the politics get him down. I've seen an interview where he said his kids have been his strength during this time. and everything like that. Um, don't know if this contract will last past 10 days, but I don't care. I'm happy to see my
Yeah.
man back where he's supposed to be at. And I hope he parlays this into something more major than a 10-day contract.
Yeah.
The Sun said they're looking for some scoring coming off the bench. He said he's ready to go, Corey. He is ready
Wow.
to go, and I'm here for it. And I believe him. I believe he's ready to
I
go.
do too.
I follow this man on Instagram and I see his highlights of him training every day. This man is ready to go. He's ready to go,
Awesome.
Corey. He's ready to go.
Good for him, man.
Salute to
That,
the
that,
Suns, man. Salute to the Suns.
salute to the Suns, and I'm telling you, look up "keep grinding" in Webster's dictionary. You'll have Isaiah Thomas' picture right beside it, because he could have easily packed it in and just said, you know, what the hell, and just, you know, but he's still at it, man. And I still feel this way. I know he's undersized, but he ain't the only one that's undersized.
Right.
He could be on somebody's roster again. If you could have Udonis Haslam, who, I mean, I'm not there now, but he retired. But if you could have Udonis Haslam on a team where he barely even plays, you could do the same for Isaiah Thomas. He is that good, even just from a leadership standpoint.
Yep. Yeah, I'm happy for you, Isaiah. Keep grinding. You know what it is. All money yen. You know what we talking about. You know what I mean? Salute, 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 man. Keep grinding, Isaiah. The Zone Sports Podcast is behind you. Pause. You know what I mean? Yo,
Yep.
and some real quick before we get up out of here, man. I gotta send my condolences out to Jerry Stackhouse. The
Yeah.
Vanderbilt team is parting ways with Jerry Stackhouse, man.
Yeah.
Former Kenston High player, Kenston native. Salute. Y'all know how we feel about Jerry. We love you. Come on the
And he,
show.
oh,
Come
yeah.
on the show, Jerry. Come on the show. I've been reaching out trying to get you on here for at least a year or so now.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's get 5 minutes of your time, 10 minutes of your time. Let's talk, Jerry. You know what I mean? But
Word up, man.
just want to send some condolences out to you, Jerry, and everything you probably going through during this time. Don't know what you're going through. Don't know if it's tumultuous or not. Pretty sure you're well off, financially that is. But I know it's still tough losing your job over something that you love to do. Hopefully, you're gonna bounce back. You know what I
He'll
mean?
bounce back. He's a winner, and I think he'll be fine. Can I tell you a real quick story on Jerry Stackhouse that I read the other day?
Yeah, hell yeah.
They said, why do Jerry Stackhouse always wear suits? Why does he always wear suits? And he said, and I'm paraphrasing, when he was younger, his mother couldn't afford to put him in nice suits, whether it was for Easter. He said there was this time where she put a suit on layaway and couldn't even get it out. And he promised his mother that if he was to ever make it worth anything, he will wear suits every single time he coaches, or go to a press conference interview or anything like that. And that's exactly what he did. He kept the promise to his mom. He was always one of the freshest dressed collegiate coaches at on NCAA period. A lot of times they want you to wear the sports apparel and all that stuff. No, not Mr. Jerry Stackhouse, the legend, the great Jerry Stackhouse. For his mother, he's rocking fresh suits. So salute to Jerry Stackhouse. I thought that was a cool story there.
That is cool. Salute to Jerry Stackhouse, man. We hope you land on your feet, man. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Shout out to everybody who's watching the Zone Sports Podcast. No matter if you're catching the clips or watching the full show on YouTube, we appreciate you. You know what I mean? Corey, I appreciate you each and every week. You know what I mean? Coming in here and doing this thing. But y'all know how we end this thing, right?
Word up.
Peace.
Hey.